Hey there, hope everybody is doing well. And in this video, I want to talk about crypto.com and the crow burns and a bit of the market as well, basically. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. It's always appreciated. And also, if you don't like what I'm doing, just give us a thumbs down. It helps out with that algorithm, gets the channel out there. Because at the moment, sentiment is low. We've got no retail that have come in at the moment. It's basically the retail that are here at the moment are the OGs and the people who have got that full conviction that we're going to get that big move at some point for the alt season. Because that's at the end of the day, that's what we're all waiting for, isn't it? It's like waiting for that alt season to happen where you can see your portfolio making thousands and thousands of dollars a day and that. But at the moment, all we see is a lot of the altcoins, like my portfolio, it's just been decimated. It's just been going down and down and down from the early times in March. But, we've got October coming. September is Rectember. You get the summer lulls, but now we're coming into Q4, which hopefully is going to be that time where we're going to see some big moves happening. And I've got my fingers and toes crossed for that one. But Crowcoin, crypto.com, I keep on getting people saying to me, it doesn't matter about the burns. Well, I've got news for people. Yes, it does, because if you want your price to go up, we want those crow burns. Yes, even if we don't get the crow burns and Bitcoin goes to $100,000, we will move up. But we want it to move up quick and fast, and we want to make a lot of money because at the end of the day, I'm here for the money. That's it. I'm not into the technology. I don't really know much about the technology. I'm an investor and I want to make a lot of money. And I guess a lot of people out there want to make a lot of money as well. Don't get me wrong. I am interested a little bit in terms of the technology. Of course I am. It's like the stock markets. I hold Nvidia, Amazon, Tesla. I'm interested in the technology, but I'm more interested in the money and I want to make lots of money. Because at the moment, it's like the sentiment is really down and everybody's depressed and that. But overall, retail will come back. They'll come back towards the end of the bull market. Trust me, they'll come back like they did last time, right towards the end of the bull market. And that's when we start selling, is when the retail start coming in. But, looking at the crow coin at the moment, we're around about just over $5.5 million in volume, but that's just average. That's just average for I've seen it lower than that. I've seen it around about $3 million, $2 million. But at the moment, how the market is at the moment, 5 million, it's just sideways action. That's all it is at the moment. And we can see here we're 43% bullish, 57% bearish in that. But that's the sentiment I've just mentioned. That's how the whole market is. It's not just Crowcoin, crypto.com. It's all around the sentiment at the moment because we've just been chopping sideways, really. And, we've got a market cap of what? But we forget one thing. Crowcoin, crypto.com or Crowcoin was not so long ago, last bull market, was in the top 10. And now where are we now? We are, if I look here now, we're sort of like at 36. So we're in the top 10. But obviously because of what things happened and the market's just been lulling and so we dropped down to the position 36, but we're still in the top 50. But there's room to make money, and it's a very close call to everything. If you look at here, the market cap of Crowcoin, 2.1, just over 2 billion, and it's everybody is really, really close. It wouldn't take much for us to get back up into the 29s, into the 20s again, So overall, the market's down. Everything sentiment, but it will pick up. You've got to be positive. You will pick up and we will make a lot of money. But on about the burns, can you remember this? Back in 2021, we've just burned over 10 billion CRO ahead of the mainnet launch, the largest token burn in history of cryptocurrency market. And, when that happened, we went absolutely parabolic. So when we got that announcement of Chris in 2021 regarding the crow burn, look at that big move that we had there. We went all the way from like the lows of around about I think it was about 6 cents, and then we went all the way up to 25 pence, and then obviously we came back down a little bit because Bitcoin came back down at that time, and then look at that absolute mega move. And we went all the way up to near enough. Did we hit $1? Yeah, we were very, very close to hitting that $1 mark. Some exchanges were different. We did hit $1, but obviously we get that big move in on the burn, came back down and went absolutely crazy to that. And it could happen again. Will they do that burn? Because crypto.com at the end of the day, have been known for the burns. Obviously, with this burn here, they're not some sort of new to it or anything like that, because it wasn't that long ago. Well, for the Kronos, $100 million Crow burn on the Kronos ecosystem. So, and obviously, a few weeks ago, they also give a bit of detail about burns. But obviously, what happens when we get burns and the demand's there? Price goes up and we want to make a lot of money. That's what will happen. If we get another big burn, Chris comes out of another big burn, which they could well do, not 100% sure on that, but they could well do, that could catalyst for a big move up. Are they waiting for Bitcoin to make some big move up and we're starting going to an alt season, and then they'll mention about burns, and then that will make us even fly even further? Because obviously, we want the burns to happen, because if the burns happen, the price goes up, sentiment gets more positive, and more people will come in to the ecosystem, and that's how it works. It's facts. And, and obviously more people come in, the more CRO goes up. And that's the way it is. What I mentioned before, we've got Crypto West here who's basically copied everybody in terms of crypto.com to give his explanation why he thinks the burn should happen. And there's a lot of other Crow fam are also sending that message out to crypto.com and Chris for more burns. That's what we want. Because it goes here, implementing a buyback and burn program is a great idea, because it's a great positive feedback loop for the token value. And that's what I've just mentioned. By reducing the total supply of the coin through regular burns, the scarcity increases, which helps to drive up the price over time. This is not only benefiting existing token holders, but potentially increasing the value of their holdings, but also attracts the new investors to see what companies' commitment enhancement the token volume. And that's what I mentioned before. If you get these burns, it's going to help drive more people into the ecosystem. It's going to also get that sentiment building up, because sentiment around Crow at the moment is flat, just like a lot of other altcoins. But if we could get these burns, that's going to bring up the sentiment to a positive, and actually will help, no doubt, to increase the price of CRO. So hopefully we're going to get something like this, which will pump up the price and hopefully get CRO, getting them closer to that $1. Because if we start pumping up now, the sentiment in the Crow fab is absolutely going to be, and it's going to be worth it, all holding for all these years, through this bear market and this sideways action. It's all going to be worth it. And that's what I do think. They have all the things in the right place in terms of all the sponsorships and partnerships, what they're doing, but also get these Crow burns going as well. Get that price up. That's going to get more people into the ecosystem and make a lot more people happy, because they're making a lot more money as well. So if we could get this going and actually get in touch, people could send messages to Chris and crypto.com, get it all going. And that will push more pressure onto Chris and crypto.com to make a decision on these burns, because that's what I want anyway. I want to make a lot of money in this bull market. And right now, we've got a chance for that to happen. We've got that chance to make life-changing money, because a lot of people say we're in the bear market, or going in bear, or we're double topped, blah, blah, blah. We haven't. We've got a long way. All the indications are here suggesting that we have still in the bull market, and we've got a long way to go. So looking at the one-day chart at the moment, we can see, I said this in the previous video, that we're just on this big downtrend, just absolutely got smashed, just like all the other coins, just smashed down, follow this downtrend. And we've got, you can see here, money flow's been coming out. It's just been continually coming out. We had that nice move to the upside with that money flow coming in, and then suddenly we've got that big drop off with money flow coming out. But we have got these two green dots here, and we've got momentum wave starting to curvature to the upside. We can see here starting to move to the upside as well. So hopefully we'll get more money flow coming in at some point. But we can see we need to get above this area here, above this downward trend line here. We can break through that. And my target is that we need to get above around about 9 cents. That's where I think we need to do. And then the next stage is to get up to about that 11 pence mark, which we can see here we did wick up close to. We got up to that 11 pence mark. and then obviously come back down. But hopefully we need to get back up above this trend line here, break the trend, and make our way back up to the upside. And hopefully the money flow will start to come in, because at the moment it's just been chopping sideways, money flow still going out. So we want this money flow to come back in. So far we've got this beautiful 2 green dots here, which is quite bullish. You can see here previously we've got 2 dots here, and then we move to the upside, and we got it here as well, and we move to the upside. So hopefully we get these 2 dots play out, get above the trend line, make our way past the 9 cents mark, and get ourselves back up to like 11 pence. And then the next area I'll be looking at would be around that 15, 16 pence mark again. So hopefully if all season comes, then hopefully I'm all geared up. I'm all ready, because like I said, I own hundreds of thousands of CRO tokens. So I just want it to go up. I want it to get to that dollar. I want to see that big money coming in, which can make life-changing money. But at the moment, we're just all waiting to see what happens with Bitcoin. Can Bitcoin make way? Because don't forget, next week we have got that FOMC meeting, and we will probably about 80% chance we're going to get that rate cut. And we're going to get that 25 basis points. Could we get 50? Of course we could. But I think at the moment, how all the data is coming out, we're looking at 25 basis points. We will get a cut. Will we get a pullback? That's the question. Will we get a pullback, or are we just going to be momentum to push to the upside? Because as soon as we get that rate cut, more liquidity at some point will start to come back into the markets in general. Because it's not just the crypto markets that have been down. The markets in general, it have been sideways, and yeah, they've been going up a little bit, but they're not too much. But hopefully that liquidity will start to come into crypto space, and then also come into CRO as well, and make some boost. So hopefully we get some positive news next week. We get moved to the upside, liquidity starts coming into crypto space, and also maybe we might get some news for Burns. Who knows? Let me know in the comments below. Do you want Burns or do you not? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.